Hello and welcome back to Unirunner Video Drum Lessons. I'm Darren Mathis. Today we're going to be talking about tuning technique. Thanks to Dave in Canada who sent me an email, and he mentioned that his drums sounded a little bit too low for his liking. He's got a 12-inch, 13 and 16-inch drum. So I broke out this 16 by 16-inch floor tom. There are limits to what you're going to be able to do with tuning. You kind of have to work within the range of the drum itself, but there is a certain range that you can experiment with, and especially using different types of drum heads. Once I've got the rim seated on the head, I'll kind of wiggle it around to make sure it's seated on there. Then I'll start turning the lugs into the inserts on the the tension rods into the inserts on the lugs. So I'll do opposite sides here and bring the tension rod down all the way till the flange of it just touches the top of the rim. Now I'll go to the opposite side over here. And these aren't even finger tight, they're just touching the top of the rim. I started by tightening these two and then these ones. So I've got a crisscross, and then these ones and these ones. Now what I do now is go back and tighten opposites again, finger tight. So about 3 twists on each one, they're pretty tight for the fingers. 1, 2, 3. And as you tighten these down, the ones that aren't tightened down are going to loosen up. So when you go to those, you're going to have to bring them down so they're resting on the rim itself. Once they are, tighten them down. 1, 2, 3. So by doing it that way, you get a real even sound. Once I've got the lugs finger tight, I'll go around in a clockwise motion. Now a lot of people will recommend going crisscross. Starting here, going over here, going back over here, going over here, going over here, and so forth. With going clockwise, the danger in that is that you're going to torque one side of the drum down too hard. I avoid that by just barely giving the lug a turn, about an eighth of a turn. And I just go around the drum really fast, just barely turning it that first time. So I'll go ahead and tighten this one up to where I think it sounds good. Just a real light touch going quickly around the drum head. So let's see what that sounds like. As far as the bottom head goes, I normally tune the bottom head about the same range as the top head. That's going to reduce the overtones a little bit and control the ring. Now if you're coming from playing the snare drum a lot, when you play the tom, it might feel a little squishy. You can tighten it up, but like I said before, once you get out of the ideal range for that drum, you're not going to have the tone quality that you might be looking for. So now I've got the Coda Ambassador tuned to about the same range as the last head. See what that sounds like. It's just slightly more dampened than the clear head because of the coating. Bit of a warmer sound too. Now for the pinstriped head. The pinstripe is 2-ply, and when you hit it, it just barely moves. I mean, compared to this clear head. When I hit this clear head, there's a lot of movement in there. You can hear the thinness of it. And it's just going to resonate more as opposed to this pinstripe head, which is just deader. See, it barely moves. So now I've got the pinstripe on. We'll hear what that sounds like. It's just more dampened than the other two, more controlled, and you're just going to hear less overtones. So next week I'll talk about doing double strokes on the kick drum with a single kick drum pedal. Until then, take care. Keep practicing, and God bless.